Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum people. This is your boy Car Kid. This is what you get when you join the McLaren F1 and P1. Have a look. This thing is the McLaren Senna. Have a look at the body. It is not a beautiful car. It's like an angry car. It doesn't look that beautiful, but some of it looks like it shows that it's a very angry car because it is meant to be driven on the tracks. Everything what you see, they focused when this car will be driven on the track according to that its need. It is totally a handmade car and with the carbon fiber. Just let's talk about some of the features of the McLaren. Let's start from the lights. As of my previous video, I have done a McLaren P1 and you see this whole area that there was a light. But this light we have made like a smaller light because of the weight. And many spaces for the air to pass and put the downforce so that it can keep the car on the track for better handling. When you move down here, you see this thing here. This is the rear LED light. That's how it works. And a grill here. Many places here for the air to pass down because they have to keep the engine cool, so everything has to come out. They cannot close this thing because of the engine, so air has to pass. You see here many places so that car remains on the track, air puts down pressure and it keeps the car on the track for the best handling ever. This is the wheel of McLaren Senna. The front wheels are 19-inch and the rear wheels are 20-inch and they're very lightweight. And the craziest thing in the wheel, this is a central lock wheel, and this thing here you see it's painted red and it is optional. It is like it's not coming in the standard Senna. It is an option that you want to paint this thing and they charge you $3,700 for painting only these 4 central locks. So guys, let me show you something very unique you don't see in such cars. This panel here, you have to push it this way and you can lift it up. What's hidden inside? Some of the caps with washer fluid, steering oil, and something very unique here. See this thing, it is a charger port. So guys, you see a very big wing behind the Senna, the biggest wing ever made by any stock car. Like they do it aftermarket, but this is a stock wing, and this wing moves like 90 degrees when you have to stop the car when you are in like 200 miles and you have to stop the car. So it moves like 90 degrees from here like that to stop the car. This is a roof scoop inspired by the F1 McLaren, so they installed in the Senna as well. And let's move on to the engine. It has 4.8 liters twin turbocharged engine with no electric motors because of the weight. This is the McLaren Senna, and just have a look at the remote. This is the lock button, this is unlock, and what it does. Have a look here. 1, 2, 3. Whenever you have to find your car in the parking, just press this button. And one more thing, when you unlock the car, have a look here. The mirrors are full inside now. When you unlock the car, this happens. So let's move on to the doors of the Senna. There is a pad over here. You have to press this one and open the door like that. These doors are called butterfly doors. You see, it's like similar to the Caesar doors, but what Caesar door opens like straight up, and the butterfly doors open like to the forward and up, so that it gives you more space to get inside the car. This door of the Senna, it is a glass door almost, because there is a window, 2 windows in one door. This window is actually down. When you sit in the car and you have to throw something out, you just open it and throw on the floor. I'm just kidding. This window is like for the track. When you race, you see the track down. when we sit inside, I'll show you. Before I get into the McLaren Senna, I just want to show you this plate over here. When you open the door, and this is the thing, you can see what number is your McLaren Senna. This is 498 of 500 units only. How you get into McLaren Senna? It's really hard to get these type of cars. Okay, so these are racing seats, and these are carbon fiber and Alcantara, and you can move these racing seats like that. Okay. When you move this thing, the console over here moves with the seat, so it's easy that you can approach these buttons. The interesting thing in Senna is, where is the speed cluster in the car? There's no speed cluster, man. Okay, here's the button. When you just unlock the car and press this button, it automatically comes up. This console, you see drive button, neutral button, reverse, launch, and the hazards and all these things. This screen, the interesting thing here, where is the start button in the McLaren Senna? It's over here. Okay, so when you start the car, and this thing here, the race mode, if you want to select the race mode, you have to press this button first, active and race. When you select the race mode, this screen here automatically goes in, and it shows you a smaller screen for some of the things you should know when you're in the race. This is the infotainment here. When you press this, you have many options here to control everything. And where's the climate control button? It's over here. And the very coolest thing is, when you press this thing here, it shows you here to select the airflow, if you want it here, here, or here. More buttons over here on this console is, this is the door unlock button. When you just press this one, the door unlocks, and you have to just push it up. And I need to show you this button here. These buttons are for the window. The smallest window in the car is this thing here. When you press this, it comes down. This window here, I told you that this window is to throw things out on the road, but I was just joking. You have to see the drag down when you're driving this McLaren Senna. This McLaren Senna gives you like 800 horsepower, and it accelerates from 0 to 100 in just 2.8 seconds. So guys, you're waiting to hear this thing here. So I'm going to start this thing. Just hold down the brake and press this start button, and you'll hear this thing. 1, 2. So guys, the McLaren Senna is about like $1.5 million to $2 million, depending on the options you want in the car. Peace out.